If you have ever wished certain applications could stay longer on your screen, or wanted more control over your screen brightness, or even wanted your battery to be saved whilst you're watching something or playing it on your screen, then this good luck model is the right one for you. It is called the Display Assistant, and today I'll be taking you through everything that it can do. So welcome and welcome back to the Doitright Tech channel, where I take you through everything tech. And if you've been following the series, then you know that I'm covering every single good luck model one by one, explaining everything each one of them does. And if you've missed the previous videos, you can check the top right corner here where I have a dedicated playlist containing almost every good luck thing I've spoken about. In there you've got combinations of good luck settings that can help you productivity wise and more. And if you're just watching me for the first time on this release, you haven't missed out on much because there's even more still coming. But don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on the next post that I do. On that note, let's go. First and foremost, I spoke about good luck. If you're a new user of good luck or you just heard about it, it's nothing strange. It is actually an application that Samsung helps you to use to customize your phone, not just visually, but even on the productive font. So if you want it, you can actually just go to the Galaxy store like that and install it. Inside it, there are several models that do different things. And today we're talking about one of them that is known as the Display Assistant. And if you find it hard to download it here because it's not there, in that playlist, I have a video which you can search for just using the word installation, and it's going to show you other alternatives to getting it. Moving on. So we come into good luck. Once we are in good luck, we're going to be looking for Display Assistant. So we're going to scroll all the way down and find Display Assistant, and we are in. So there's 6 things we're going to be talking about here. And the first one is the app screen timeout. Usually we set one timeout for every single application, but if for some reason you know your usage pattern on particular applications, maybe when you go to somewhere like Facebook, you like to watch stuff for long, you could always come here, tap on the plus icon and select whichever application you want, which in this case we could use Facebook. So you're going to look for Facebook, and as you can see, they are categorized. So you look for a category that whatever you're looking for is in, and you can find socials, Facebook. So you can select Facebook and add it. Then you're able to select the time that you want. You can select 15 seconds all through to 10 minutes or use system settings. If you select use system settings, it's going to be using whichever one you have set inside the space, which is swipe here, go into settings, scroll down, go into display, and as you scroll down, you're going to find screen timeout. Here is set for 5 minutes. So if you want 5 minutes, then across all applications, then you can leave it at that, and when you set use system settings here, it's going to be using that 5 minutes. But either than that, you could set it for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, or anything that you like. So here you're able to select individual applications and give the timeout for those applications depending on how you use them. And basically that's it here. Then we come to the next one, which is keep screen on. Now, like you saw when we went into settings in the just ended feature, you saw that the maximum we can set there is 10 minutes. So in this space under keep screen on, you're able to set it to stay for 30 minutes. And the conditions that would toggle it off are the following. That is, if your screen goes off, like if you turn your screen off using the power button, or your device reboots, or the battery is low, then these are going to change, or it's going to be turned off. What we mean by turn off is that you're going to have a trigger here that you can put in the quick settings panel over here. I've got it right here, right there, which once turned on is actually going to be keeping the screen on for longer. Once you've toggled that on, or you've used the double side key button to turn it on as a trigger, it would go off if any of these conditions are met. So basically that's it. If you want your phone to stay on longer, toggle that feature on from the quick settings panel or trigger it using the side key as and when you have turned it on. And that is everything for the keep screen on. Then we come to the next one, which is brightness limit profile. Now, brightness limit profile is a very simple one. Whenever your phone heats up, the screen brightness tends to lower itself to kind of help you with reducing the temperature. But here you're able to turn it on to standard if you want that standard I just explained to be the case for you. But if that's something that you don't want, then you can set the light profile so that in that case, the maximum brightness of your phone will not get affected when the temperature of the phone goes up, but the phone will be cooling down just but slowly. So if you want the standard, you keep it as standard and your brightness will get affected by the temperature of the phone. or at light where that does not affect it. That's about brightness limit profile. Moving on. Then next we're looking at adaptive brightness option. Whenever you move from one room to another room, from a place of high brightness to a place of darkness, and your phone has been set to adaptive brightness, let me show you what adaptive brightness is. When you scroll down right here where your brightness toggle is and you tap on these three dots, you get the option to turn on or off adaptive brightness. If you don't find it there because you haven't allowed it here, which yes, you could turn that on or off, this is what you want to do. You want to go into settings and then go into display. Then in brightness, you're going to find adaptive brightness. So if this adaptive brightness has been turned on, then that's where this comes in. Whenever adaptive brightness is on and you enter a room which is dark, your phone is going to take time quickly to dim the brightness of your phone. That's what it's going to do. And then when you step out of a dark room into a brighter space, your phone is going to have the screen increase in brightness so you can still see in the bright space. Now, the speed of that can be controlled here. If you want that speed of the change of the brightness to be faster, you can increase it to this. When you have your phone, it's going to be set at 1. So let me just demonstrate. We're going to set adaptive brightness, and currently this is how it looks. So currently we can see the brightness of the phone set at adaptive brightness. When I turn the lights off, we can see the speed at which it reduces. And that is with its turn to the speed of 1. Let's look at the speed of it also increasing or changing to a higher brightness. Right, so we see how it changed, and that's at the speed of 1. Okay, now when we change this all the way to the fastest it can be, that is 4 times, this is how it's going to look like when the lights go off. Okay, so we see it move very fast, and then when they come back on, okay, so we see it quickly move there, and this is actually due to that feature seated right there. All right, moving on. Next, we're going to be looking at the standard refresh rate. Normally, your Samsung phone is probably running between 120 Hz and a standard 60 Hz. That is, if in settings, and the display and under motion smoothness you've set it for adaptive, then you're moving around 120 Hz, and then if you set for standard, then it's 60 Hz. So with it set on standard and applied to your screen, things are going to feel more fluid, but not every application actually needs that kind of fluidity. So if you know that, you can always come to standard refresh rate and then select particular applications that you want to limit to only the standard refresh rate. So any application you select from here would be limited to 60 Hz only and nothing more than that. And basically, that is exactly what we do as standard refresh rate apps. Now that brings us to the final thing, which is screen curtains. This is one of the most useful battery saving features inside your display assistant. When it's enabled, it places a dark film over your display while allowing the application underneath it to continue running. And I'm going to demonstrate quickly. So let's take it that we're on YouTube and we're watching a video. While watching the video, I want to just walk away from the video while saving my battery. So I can scroll down and then trigger that curtain. So it's just going to go over the screen and all the dark spaces would not be using the pixels lit up. And I'm going to be saving battery while it's still playing in the background. And all I need to do is double tap on the screen and we're greeted with this now. So that is also about the screen curtain. And this is everything inside the display assistant in Good Luck model. So if you're someone who is looking to control your display, your screen timeout, brightness behavior, refresh rate, or battery saving features, this is definitely the model worth trying. If you missed the previous videos like I mentioned before, you can check the top right corner there. You find everything that pertains to every Good Luck model that you can think about. And if you don't want to miss other videos that I make, kindly don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.